1988年のマクラーレンホンダは予定通り順調な滑り出しを見せました。しかし実は僕はこの年の1月いっぱいでホンダ F1 チームの第一線を退きました。そして6月末にはホンダを退社し新たな活動を始めたのです。1986年初めてチャンピオンを取り、また87年完全制覇をなす過程の中で、自分が20年来抱いていた夢、また本田宗一郎がずっと怨念のように持っていた夢、そうしたものが実現してみると、またそこから次なる山というか次なるターゲットがだんだん見えてきたんです。 F1 で世界一になったということは取りも直さず日本が技術において世界のトップに立ったということを意味します。それはまたこの近代文明をリードする、そうした立場に立ったということでもあります。しかし僕はそれは何か半分の世界一でしかないんじゃないかという気がだんだんしてきたわけです。文化というか人間の精神というか、そういう面において本当に日本は世界のトップに立ったんだろうか、そんな気がしてきました。でそう思った時に、その面においても世界をリードできるようになりたい、あるいは世界の人々に尊敬されるようになりたい、それが自分の次のターゲットだというふうに思ったんです。例えば F1 は技術文明の最先端にあると同時に、また一方ではその素晴らしいチャレンジングスピリットを通して世界の人々を感動させる一つの文化です。でもその面に関してはヨーロッパの人々が長い間時間をかけて作り上げてきました。決して日本はそれに加わってきたわけではありません。今度は何か自分たちの中から新しい人々を感動させるようなものを作り出していきたい、あるいは日常生活もそういうものでありたい、そんな気がしました。1988年の9月1日にレーシングクラブインターナショナルが発足しました。まずは F1 の文化、あるいは F1 のスピリットを多くの人々に知ってもらいたい、そこからスタートして、そしてやがては日本人の日常の生活にしろ、あるいは未来の社会にせよ感動のあるものにしていきたい、そんなことにつながればいいなということで発足したわけです。最初にやったのは F1 ビデオ全7巻を作るということでした。なんとか F1 の現場でやっている人たち、チームのリーダー、あるいはエンジニア、あるいはドライバーたち、そのリアルな姿をみんなに知ってもらおうということで、7月のイギリスグランプリの時に行きまして、急遽たくさんのチームのモーターホームを回って多くの関係者の協力をお願いしました。そしたら全てのドライバー、全てのチームがお前のやることならば協力しようと言ってくれました。そこから撮影が始まり、88年の末この F1 ビデオ全7巻が完成したのです。ネルソン・ピケやアラン・プロスト、あるいはナニーニやロンデニスやフランク・ウィリアムス、みんなが協力してくれました。こうした僕の一連の活動、新たな展開に対しアイルトン・セナは最初は反対してました。88年から一緒に史上最強のチームを作る、その夢に向かって一緒に進むはずだったのにと言って引き止めようとしました。彼は本田宗一郎にも手紙を出して 僕が辞めないようにしてくれということを言ったそうです。しかし僕はセナが史上最強のチーム、あるいは最強のドライバーになっていくことに関しては、僕の後輩たち、若いエンジニアたちが全力を尽くしてサポートすることを彼に約束しました。そして彼も、ようやく気を取り直して88年のシーズンに臨んだわけです。1988年のセナとプロストは本当にいい意味でのライバルでした。セナもプロストのことを尊敬し、プロストもセナの力を認めていました。お互いにしのぎ合いながら自分たちの力を出し切っていきました。モナコグランプリではセナはプロストを40秒ほどリードして独走態勢を築いたんですけども、終盤になってなぜか集中力が途切れてボルティアコーナーでガードレールにぶつかりました。実はこれがセナの F1 人生における大きな転機になって、そこから精神的な面、内面的な面を成長させるようになりました。そしてハンガリーグランプリ、セナはプロストに一旦は抜かれながらもすぐに抜き返す、そんなシーンを見せました。この時僕はちょうどテレビの解説をしてたんですけども、この瞬間こそがセナが F1 の頂点に立った時、第一人者になった時だと言ったことを覚えています。そしてひたすらチャンピオンのへの道を走ったセナ、彼もこの F1 ビデオ制作には協力してくれました。そして9月の初めにセナの住むモナコの家に行って撮影をしたもの、それがこのボリューム2の映像です。1年前の87年に比べると精神的にもいろんな面でまた成長を見せるセナの姿をご覧ください。
I always been very close to my family, and I always lived in Brazil, in São Paulo. I was born in São Paulo, big city. Not like Tokyo, but very big city. And always had a good life, being involved with lots of sports, lots of activities. And I already start getting involved with the motor racing by 4 years old, the age of 4 years old, when my father had an engineering manufacturer. And he built a go-kart for me and gave me to try and see if I like, if I enjoy or not. And since then I always been somehow involved already with motor racing as a hobby, just for fun. Over weekends going to special places close, so I could just go round and round, no competition, just go round, just practicing. And life has always been very good for me. Well, no, he only had this dream, he's thinking about when he would have a boy, he would make a small go-kart. And before me came a girl, my sister, then myself, and then he he did the go-kart as he had thought before, and just as a hobby, just for fun.
I see.
There was no intention at that stage whatsoever to get involved in any heavy competitions or anything. It was just a hobby. And of course at that stage I was too early. I was only 4 or 5 years old, so there was no intention at all. He was only doing something that he wanted for fun, and I enjoyed. I like, and I then dedicate more and more my time, and he support me. He always gave me enough support to carry on learning all the time, and we just carry on. Oh, I only could drive in official competitions with 13 years old. That was the minimum age for young people to start competition. So, although I used to practice a lot since 4 years old, almost every weekend, every Sunday afternoon, I used to go.
In a go-kart circuit?
Different places.
Oh.
Different places. So only with 13 years old I could start officially. And I started at Interlagos, just beside the big racing circuit where Formula 1 used to race. There is a go-kart circuit, and I started there. It was the 1st of July 73, I remember. It was a great desire I had to start it. I was very happy to start competition because I already wanted before 13 years old to start, but I could not. So it was a good time I had, and I did to start 2 races. First July, and then 2 weeks later another one. And in July is winter time in Brazil, so they call it a cup, winter cup. You know, only 2 races. And I won the first race, and I was second in the second race. But overall, I won the cup. So it was a good start.
Yes.
Well, from then on, I just carry on driving more and more and competing every weekend in different places, not only São Paulo, but going outside São Paulo, 100 kilometers outside São Paulo in another town, 200, 300 kilometers, many circuits. In Brazil, we had already at that time, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, lots of circuits, and we were having more and more circuits being built. So, as I enjoy very much, and my father too, he used to take me to all these races, these new courses, and we just carry on competing. Yes, I used to race every weekend almost, and during the week I used to go testing. I like to test. So during the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, I used to go to the circuit at Interlagos and just spend afternoon there, just going around and testing, changing engine, trying different carburetor, different exhaust, different tires, different chassis, just learning, researching and learning.
With the engineer?
No, myself, my father, and somebody to help me to put together and try and everything. Because go-kart is not so complicated, and because we start so early, I had the opportunity to learn a lot, and I could do lots of things by myself. And I enjoyed doing things and testing, trying, stopping, making a change, testing again, and spending a whole afternoon like this. I enjoy very much.
I see.
Oh, I did go-kart racing for 10 years. No, no. 10 years.
10 years.
From 13 years old to 23.
23.
Yes.
Oh.
On 81, when I was 21 years old, I decided to go to England to start motor racing as a professional. And I started racing Formula Ford 1600. But I still compete in go-karts at the same time in Europe.
Yes.
Not in Brazil anymore, just in Europe. And I used to drive for an Italian factory, go-kart Italian factory, works driver. And at the same time, drive for an English factory for Formula Ford in the English Championship. And so I did go-kart and Formula Ford, 81, and then 82 Formula Super Ford and go-kart. And 83 I stopped go-kart. I only did Formula 3.
Yes.
And then 84 Formula 1, 85.
Yes.
Yes, when I was in Brazil, I used to do go-karts as my hobby, as my fun. And I had also school to make. So I was never a brilliant student, but I was okay. I did well. I never had to repeat the same stage. And I studied until 18 years old, 19 years old, when I got into the university. But as I got into university of business and management, I decided to stop and dedicate full time to motor racing. So it was a difficult decision in my life because I had two roads to take then. I got into a stage I had to choose. And it was difficult to choose motor racing, stop studying. My parents did not want me to go motor racing. They only want me to do as a hobby, for fun, go-karts, not to change for racing cars and make it professionally. So it was a difficult time, but I guess it was a good one, good decision.
Yeah. Mathematics also.
Mathematics not so bad. Language not so bad. History not so good, or physics not so good. Nothing special. I did study because I knew was necessary to learn and to improve myself, educate myself, but I never really enjoy studying. I always enjoy was driving. Because I did so many competitions, so many races. I was still very young, 17, 18 years old, but I had already the opportunity of competing in many different events, different circuits, different categories in go-kart, and for a relatively long time. So I was young, full of power to go on, but also a good experience. So I wanted to try to drive a racing car to see if I could drive it well. And I thought the best way of doing it was in Europe, because in Brazil it was not possible to have good equipment. Racing car. Go-kart was okay, but not racing car. So then I decided to go to England. And I want to try. I want to try to compete also in racing cars and be successful. Because I had done in go-karts, so I want to try this new challenge. And I'm very happy I did.
And coming to England,
Yes.
straight, when, what age?
Oh, I was 20.
20.
20.
I see. And it's the first time to come to Europe?
No, I come to Europe three times before to do go-kart racing.
Ah, I see, I see. So, but at that time you did not speak English so well or so
Difficult.
difficult.
Difficult. The beginning was difficult to understand people talking, more even difficult to speak, especially technical terms. But after 2-3 months, start to go a little bit easier and always learning. So I was okay. No, when I came to England, I came to drive to a works team, a factory, and I came to do it, only that. So I dedicate my full time to that. Every day I was in the factory. The factory was based just in front of the circuit. It's Ayrton circuit in the north of England. So I used to spend all my time between the factory and the circuit, and used to test a lot to develop the car for the factory. And I did it all by myself and with the factory people that I got to know and work together.
How was the result of Formula Ford?
It was very good. I did 18 races and I won 12 or 13. And my third race I won already.
I see.
And then after the third race, many
So
victories.
in that time you thought you had a good ability about racing in the international field.
Yeah, I realized it was possible to be successful. It was still too early to judge because it was only my first step in motor racing. But it was possible.
Yeah.
Needs hard work and lots of dedication and timing, spending, but it was possible. '81 Formula Ford, '82 Formula Super Ford, and '83 Formula 3.
Formula 3.
Then '84 I started Formula 1
I see.
with Toleman. Now it's Benetton. At that time was Toleman team.
Yes.
And then '85, '86, '87 with Lotus,
Yes.
and '88 with McLaren. Yes, I remember coincidence was my first race in Brazil, because the first race of the calendar is in Brazil, and I never race cars in Brazil. So my first race in Formula 1 was my first race in Brazil, in a car, in a racing car. And as usual, was very hot. Brazil is always hot.
Yes.
And my race was very short. I did only maybe 10 laps or so, and I had an engine problem, so I stopped. But I remember. Yes, I felt, I had a special feeling, not in the first race, but the first time I drove Formula 1 car. And that was in July '83, when I drove at Donington Park in England, a Williams car, a Williams Cosworth car, normally aspirate. And that was a special day in my life because I remember very well the expectation of sitting in the car and driving it. It was a great day and I remember very well. After that day, the next day I remember very well was my first win, and that was in '85, where in Portugal, the second race of season. I was on pole position for the first time, and I won the race in the wet, in the rain.
Yeah.
That I remember also very well. Well, in '84 already, first year of Formula One with Toleman, when we came here to Monte Carlo for the Grand Prix, I think in qualifying we had 10th or 13th place, nothing special. But then on the race day it rained, and already at the warm-up I was 3rd or 4th, fastest. So I realized I had the possibility of doing well if it stays wet for the race in the afternoon. And it was true, it stays wet, and I start on 13th place, so I had to overtake many people, and in Monte Carlo it's very difficult. But by half race distance, after 1 hour race distance, I was second already and catching up quick the leader. And I realized I had a chance to win. And I was just doing it steadily and progressively, coming closer and closer with plenty of time to do it. And then they decided to stop the race. So it was a frustrating moment for me because for the first time I had the opportunity to win a Grand Prix, and the director of the race stopped the race because of the wet conditions. But I always did well in the wet. In Formula 1 or Formula 4, Formula 3, I always had good results in the wet. Even when the car was not so good, I had a good result. So I guess there is something that gives me a little bit better feeling for the wet than other people, and that is an advantage that I have. Well, at the beginning of go-karts, in go-karts, I remember first, second race I did in the wet was not good, was very bad. I couldn't drive well. So then what I did was going testing. For instance, I go testing today, the weather is good, and then mid-afternoon it starts raining. Instead of stopping, not testing, I carry on testing in the rain to learn about the rain and adjust the equipment, and also learn myself feeling and how driving technique and everything. And I think then I start to improve, and then I had good races also in go-kart in the wet, and carry on like this. But first or second time I drove in the wet was not a good result. Not the same, not precisely the same, because as the time goes by you learn and you get more experience, so you're supposed to improve. But if you look, for instance, 85, 86, I had always good results, qualifying especially. In the race, many problems, fuel consumption, not reliability, so difficult. 87, the car was not so quick, but still I was always first or second row in the grid. And results good because reliability very good. In 88, again, I had very good results in qualifying and racing, best results ever. Qualifying still very good, like 85, 86, no difference, even better. And racing better again because reliability and also a very quality car, engine car combination, fast and reliable, consistent. So I suppose I only improved. I have only improved from 85. I think I'm still very aggressive, not only in qualifying but also racing. But I have more experience in Formula 1 field, and that I think help me, make me better. But my wish to win and to be competitive is still as strong as it was in 85 or 84. It hasn't changed. Yeah, I think I had a special feeling in the MONACO race in 84, in the wet. I had some feeling, but not enough. Then I had again very good feeling, Portugal Grand Prix, 85, first win. Then I realized it was possible to win. There was no secret about it, and was just a question of making it right and having the right car, the right equipment. So I then fight very much to get the good car and good engine, everything. But it's difficult. Formula One is very difficult, as you know very well. And I think I only got it this year, the real chance to be competitive and to win the championship. So we'll see this year.
Yeah.
In the middle of the season in 85, at the Canada Grand Prix, I had the opportunity of racing very strong with Keke Rosberg, with the Williams Honda. I was in the Lotus, he was in Williams Honda. And I realized on that race that something had changed radically in the Honda engine, because it will suddenly become not only very powerful, but good drivability and good fuel consumption. So I realized at that moment that the future was looking very strong for Honda. And I already start thinking in a way of being able to drive a Honda engine. And from that race on, Honda started to win. And successfully, one after the other. And so I was right in my thinking when I realized it was exactly the key moment, I believe, for Honda. And still I could not drive a Honda engine until the beginning 87. But I already, from Canada 85, start thinking and trying to find a way of getting associated with Honda to drive a Honda engine. It's not 100%. It's not 100% sure.
99%.
I think I am very close to achieve, but I cannot say yes for sure we will win. McLaren, Honda will win for sure. It's either Prost or myself now, but still not finished. And when you compete with somebody like Alain Prost, you never know, because he's very strong. He's the best driver, I believe, in Formula One, and therefore you cannot underestimate any situation. You have just to carry on, work hard, and try your best right to the end. I realized that as we got into the straight, he was coming very quick because we had those back markers, and I realized he was coming quicker than me with the slipstream, and he also used overboost.
Yes.
And so because we are teammates, I could not close the door. Otherwise it would be easy to close the door, no problem. So I just tried to brake as late as I could to make it more difficult for him, the maneuver. And if it was difficult for me to brake that late, for him to brake even later than me would be nearly impossible, considering we have the same cars. So he tried the maneuver and he managed to brake late, but went a bit wide, as I expect. So I had a quick change of direction, room to come back and take the lead. So it was a very close maneuver, a dangerous one, risk one, but it was an exciting one. I believe in something. When we look technology and we look the man abilities and capabilities of developing machines like computers. When many years ago, to have a computer you need a very big room, and today you need maybe a small table to put a computer.
Yes.
So the man is capable of creating and developing a machine to such an extent. The man is able to go to the moon, to create a machine and develop and use it, go to the moon. It takes time and a lot of effort and a lot of dedication. And I believe I have had the opportunity to develop myself in a competition, in a racing competition, motor racing competition, as I described earlier on, from 4 years old. So I had the opportunity of growing up with this inside of me. It's part of me. And I had the opportunity to do it for many years, for a long time, dedicate a lot of time, a lot of thinking, and a lot of experience. So that situation, Hungary situation, comes all quick in your mind, but you are already ahead on your thinking. You are already thinking on the next move. So at the beginning of the straight, I already knew that the end of the straight was a crucial point. And I already knew if such a situation comes, I would have to react quick and precise. So everything was already kind of clear in my mind well before and already programmed. It was just a question of doing it at the right time and at the right way. And that you can only achieve with time, dedication, and a lot of power, a lot of wish to be successful.
In that time, your mind is cool or cool?
It's very cool.
Very cool.
Yes, because I find as cool you can be, clear thinking you will have.
Yes.
It's difficult to keep cool because it's adrenaline going and competition and everything. But you also learn. You create it and you learn, develop, and then you perform. And that is also important. Sometimes you may need a little bit of aggression. It's a good combination between aggression, power, sheer power, and cool thinking. That will give you the best result.
Yeah.
But how to evaluate and judge all the ingredients and the percentage of those ingredients to make a good mixture is the difficult. Yeah.
So, for instance, physical condition, usually physical condition is very important.
Very important. It's a combination. I have been doing since '84 a program of physical training, and I do it most of it early in the season, between December and March, when we are not racing. We are only testing, so I have many time to spend in my program, physical condition program. And I am in Brazil. It's hot, summertime, so I can train in the heat, which is what you need, because when you drive the races, you're always in summertime. So I train in the heat, and I train my heart condition, my body muscle condition, just enough to have a good performance, not much, otherwise it's too much. But try to learn about my own abilities, my own limits, and use it in the best way, together with your mind, and a good balance, a good clear mind, everything, like I just described before. Yes, not so good, but it was, looking back, it was a very important moment in my career as a driver, because I had almost won the race. I did all weekend very good performance driving, very high performance, and suddenly when everything was easy, I missed.
Yes, yes.
Just
so concentrate.
yes,
down.
exactly. My concentration went down, and I lost it. Made a mistake and crashed. So that was like a switch in my mind, on and off. And I realized that I was not 100% correct in my mind at that stage in the championship. So I had to cool down and analyze the situations, the problems, my reactions, and try to understand many things which were affecting me. Not only driving the race, but also qualifying, testing. So then I could understand several things, and I tried to correct and to readjust myself mentally to this year situation. So luckily that mistake came very early in the season.
Yes.
And I had the opportunity to stop for a moment and say, wait, there is something wrong, and this is wrong with me, not with anybody else, it's with me. And I have to understand, find out, understand, and react at the correct way to adjust myself. And so I was very fortunate, in a way, to have done that mistake.
So I have thought just concentration problem.
Yes,
I have thought, but you have thought some other reason?
Yeah, a reason for concentration going down. Not normal that concentration going down.
For instance, you think what reason?
It's too long to explain. I give you just a few points. I start this year in a new team.
Yes.
Very strong team, very powerful team. Great expectation, tension. I start working together with the twice world champion, Alain Prost. That for me is the best driver in Formula One. And I came from 86, 87, kind of frustrating time, where I try very hard and I dedicate a lot of my time, my power, and I didn't get as much success as I wish. And I came very tired, mentally and physically. So I recovered between end of last season, beginning this season, physically and mentally. But not fully. I was so tired that 3-4 months were not enough for me to rebuild myself physically and mentally, especially mentally. So I had to start race again. The championship starts, and I had no more time to continue that build up. So I stopped and I just start my work, the races tests. And the reflect of this new environment that I face with the past experience gave me some difficulties. And these difficulties I could feel, but I was not reacting against it. I was just feeling, I was getting affected by it, but I was not reacting it. So then I failed. Then I had the opportunity to understand and realize that I was not reacting, and that was affecting me in my concentration. So then I changed, not only by myself, but I had the help of my family, and my sister is a psychologist. So just talking to her, she knows me so well, she could help me, and I did a mental work to get stronger, get as strong as I always been, because I was not as strong as I used to by that time of Monaco, mentally. So I could build up again that mental strength, and come closer to God. I'm Catholic, but never been intensive, and I realized I could come closer, and I did. And these two things together gave me the power and strength and clear mind to continue the championship, but with a clear mind. And since then, everything went better and better. If you look the results, I had Mexico after Monaco.
Yes.
It was a strong race, but a safe race for me. I drove it safely. Not aggressive, but not too aggressive. More on the safe side. It was a first taste of my power. I could feel I had the power, but was not the time to use it still. Was the time just to build confidence. So I drove for a good result. Was a second place. And then next race, Montreal, and then Detroit. And Montreal, very aggressive, powerful, like always I've been. And I had a good result. It changed my approach to relationship with people. My approach to the relationship with the team members, press, my teammate, everything changed from my end, just for me, not for other people, just for me.
How?
It's difficult to describe, Mr. Sakurai. I just changed it because I realized the problem, and I changed it to protect myself, to avoid this problem. And it worked very well, and it's been very good since then. It is, it's not the same for everybody. It's different from between people and people. With some people open, some people not so much. I just adopt the same attitude as other people adopt to me.
I see. So, very big experience for you.
Yes, very much.
So,
It's something that I know, it happens, but I don't know how to explain. How I develop it. It was just a natural feeling I had, and I developed naturally by feeling. And I don't know how to explain. I drive with the throttle control a little bit different. It is a harder way of driving. It's harder, it's more tension and more stress physically, because you have to be very sensitive all the time. You have to be always very close to your maximum concentration, and so it's very tiring. But it's something that I learned during the years, and is how I know to drive. Well, first of all, the championship is still not finished this year.
Yes.
And like I said, I am very close to it, closer than I ever been. Great possibility, but not finished. And I have to make it first. After I make it, then I will change my concentration for next year and the year after. But at the moment, although many people say and believe I have won, there's no problem, I don't. My approach is not that. My approach will not change until it's finished. It should remain like it is being after Monaco. It's difficult.
Difficult. Yes.
Yeah, I got married in '81 before coming to England, and I was married for 1 year. I was very young. I don't regret at all. It was a different experience in my life, and it was good. But then I had to make a decision, private decision, and I made decision to split. And I got divorced, and I don't regret at all. It was an important experience in my life, and I'm sure in the future I will get married again and create a family and have a more normal life.
Even in driving.
Could be. I don't know. I don't have an answer yet, but it could be.
I see.
No, I think I have two lives. One is my professional life, and the other is my private life. And my private life, I don't think anybody really knows, because this private life is based in Brazil, with my family, with my few close friends, and with my girlfriend. And because of Formula One, I don't have as much time as I would like to spend on that other life, which is Brazil. But the excitement I get from driving a racing car fast is so great that I need it. And I try to make a combination between the excitement I need on driving and all the other feelings I also enjoy, and I love taking life easy and relaxing back with my family in Brazil. I think it's possible, because nothing is impossible in this world.
What is necessary also?
It's like if you ask me what is necessary to be world champion, I cannot give you that answer because I'm not world champion. Maybe in the future I could try to explain more specifically, but I don't think I can do it.
So,
I believe I am going up and I'm close to a great achievement. But even so, I think that's not the maximum.
yes.
There is still potential to carry on,
Yes.
going up and
Yes.
up. And I don't know where is the maximum still. I know where I am and when I start, and I can still go up, but I don't know where is the maximum.
Yeah.
On the other side, Formula One is it's a powerful game. For me particularly, it's where I get a great excitement by driving, not by being part of Formula One, but by driving. What I really love and I like to do, and that's the reason I do Formula One, is the driving, excitement, the feeling of finding out the limits, going close to the limits, the feeling of the danger that is always consistent around us, and the challenge to win. That's basically what Formula One means to me. You have many other things, but they are all part of it. They are not fundamental.